हेलो फ्रेंड्स, बहुत बहुत मुबारक उन सब दोस्तों को जिन्होंने मेन रिटन एग्जाम क्लियर कर लिया है और अब पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट की तैयारी कर रहे हैं। तो पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट के लिए सबसे पहला स्टेप है आपको डैफ को भरना, हाउ टू फिल अप करेक्टली एंड अप्रोप्रिएटली DAF-II, विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डॉक्यूमेंट। आपका जो पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट जिसको इंटरव्यू भी कहते हैं, वो मेजर पार्ट उसका जो है वो डैफ में जो आप इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। तो इसलिए डैफ के लिए हमें बहुत ही केयरफुल होना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इसको आप चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे। और सर्विस, कौन सी सर्विस प्रेफरेंस हो, कैसे कैडर अलॉटमेंट हो, किस जोन को हम प्रेफर करें, ये सब इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स है। और दूसरा, जो आप इंफॉर्मेशन डैफ में जो इनिशियल पेजेस में देंगे, आपकी अपनी पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन, तो काफी हद तक जो पर्सनैलिटी टेस्ट में क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं शुरुआत में, when they start the interview, when they start the personality test, the initial questions generally come from the information provided by you in the DAF-II. So it's a very, very important document. Of course, there have been changes, a lot of changes from the times when we filled up. I wrote 1986 exam and I belong to 1987 batch of IAS, Tamil Nadu cadre. How the system was then and how it has changed now, of course, to the advantage, great advantage of all of you. So UPSC has and DOPT has redesigned the entire thing. Now, if you look at this, the first information is about your roll number, name, email, mobile, just contact number and a photograph. Second is your mother tongue, place of birth, the details of the place of birth, including your village, district, etc. Name of father, name of mother, their occupation, income, that is their profession, whether they are in service or retirement or business, whatever profession they are pursuing. Then annual income, because it helps in that categorization of EWS also. District. Now, from this part, a lot of questions are generally asked. So you have to fill it correctly. Information is available and you have to just fill it up. The next is about your educational qualifications, commencing with matriculation or equivalent, that is either matriculation or 10th, then intermediate or +2, graduation, post-graduation, and doctorate, etc. Whatever you have, if you have higher qualification, you will be commencing with post-graduation, and then. So the sixth point is very important, friends, because having regard to answers given against columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is whatever personal information, that is mother tongue, place of birth, place of residence, permanent residence, domicile, etc. And then with respect to the places where you have studied, right? Based on that, you would claim your home state or home UT, Union Territory. This is important because this will decide, this will be a very key factor in your allotment of cadres in the case of All India services. We have 2 All India services under this exam: Indian Administrative Service, IAS, and Indian Police Service, IPS. Others are central services, so they don't have cadre system. But your cadre, if you are joining IAS or IPS, cadre allotment is one of the most important factors which will carry on even after your retirement. So the entire service will depend upon the cadre, state cadre which you are allotted to. So that is why this has to be filled up very carefully. Now, then there are certain things which will be your like extracurricular activities or your excellence in other than academic fields, like particulars at university, state level, national level, achievements, prizes, medals, scholarships, sports, NCC. This also you have to be very careful in filling up because there may be a lot of questions on this and you have to answer them correctly. Positions of distinction, leadership held in school, college, that some of us may be starting from our class monitor, leader, group leader, etc. Then other extracurricular activities and interests, that will include your hobbies. Again, very, very careful while filling it up. Don't mention anything which you are not aware of at all. Yes, if you have genuine interest, please do mention. It may appear to be something very vague, but yes, they will not get into the vagueness of that, but how much interest you have got. Every activity requires personal involvement. So friends, now comes the cadre allotment. The DOPT now follows the zonal system. During our time, there was no zonal system. When we wrote, it was roster system. That means we were not having any choice like you have got now. We had to just opt for either home state or not. That's all. No choice was asked for. But now at least you have choice with respect to almost every state divided into 5 zones. Now, if you say you have to give the zone of preference, which zone you prefer, and within that zone, which state you will be preferring. Okay, so like Agmat has got Arunachal, Goa, Mizoram, and Union Territory. This is now one single merged cadre. Earlier, it was only UT. Now, because Arunachal, Goa, and Mizoram have become separate states, but the cadre remains the same. Now, J&K and Ladakh are also included. Okay, so you have to fill up the. Now, if you see how the vacancies are managed with respect to cadre allotment. This is what happened in 2021. You see, let's take the example of Bihar. Total vacancies are 10, were 10, 2021, and the same system will be adopted for you also, so that's why you have to be very thorough about this. Then insider, that means those who have opted Bihar as home state, their home state. Insider, 3 vacancies. Outsiders, 7 vacancies. Then there are, reservations like EWS. Within EWS also, there will be 3 vacancies. Insider, 0. That means if you are belonging to EWS category, you are claiming EWS reservation, and you are insider from Bihar, there won't be any vacancy for that year. And outsiders, EWS category, 3 vacancies. Similarly, OBCs, SC and ST. If you take SC category in Bihar in 2023, total vacancies 3 and all 3 insiders. So if you are an outsider SC, but you have given your choice as Bihar, you will not be able to get it. Is it clear? So let's move to IPS also, because I said there are 2 All India services covered under this examination. So for IPS also, you will have to mention about your home cadre, yes, and then zones of preference. Friends, even if you don't want to prefer any zone, it doesn't mean that you may not be allotted to that zone or that the state in that zone, because you don't have any option to say no or reject any zone or state. This is all India service. Like in our time, there was only insider and outsider. If you miss your home state, they used to follow the, this roster system. They used to go by in the alphabetical order of the state. I can give you my example. As per our calculation, I was getting UP, Uttar Pradesh. But there was one mistake with respect to one candidate, and we all shifted one up, and I landed up in T, Tamil Nadu. So that's why you have to be very careful now, at least, because I have shown you how under different categories the reservation rules and the number of vacancies are applied. So be very, very careful about that. The last but very, very important aspect in DAF is your preference of services, because this is going to decide your future. It will, of course, depend upon your position in the final merit list, right? So nowadays, people are giving different kinds of preferences for their services. It's purely personal choice and your aptitude. If you like field jobs, you should opt for services like IAS, IFS, IPS. Now, account services, audit and account service, then your civil account service. These services are primarily involving desk jobs, office jobs, right? But others, you will be posted to field jobs also in these services, but your functional system will be only sitting on the desk mostly, not in the fields. Second is how to opt for the Group B services. Group B services, you are having from 20 to 24. First one is the Armed Forces Headquarters Civil Service. Group B, Section Officer. Obviously, it is a desk job, section officer's job, and you rise up the ladder up to Joint Secretary. The disadvantage could be that you will not be, getting into any of the All India services like IAS or IPS. But if you go for the other Group B services like DANIX and DANIPS or Pondicherry Civil Service or Pondicherry Police Service, Group B, after a few years, you will get an opportunity to get absorbed into IAS. That is, you will be upgraded to IAS and IPS. So that is the advantage of these 4 Group B services. So it's up to you, your choice only, how you do it. For other services, among other services, it is all personal choice. Some people have interest in railways, but railways from next year, the services are being merged, and only that there will be one single service, that is Railway Management Service, where even the engineering services people will also be, railway engineering services people will also be there. So, friends, this is, then IRS has got 2 services, Customs and Central Excise, and IRS, your Income Tax Service, these 2. So, again, your choice, what kind of preference you have. So, these are mostly field jobs, so you will be having that kind of system. Now, if you see the tentative vacancy breakup of this year, the year when you are going to appear now, IAS has got 180 vacancies, out of which SC, ST, OBC, EWS, and unreserved is 73. So purely going by your position in the merit and the preferences you have shown for your services, they will work out. And also with respect to reserved categories, as we have seen in the previous slide, the number of vacancies available for that particular reserved category will be taken into account. So this is how they will be calculating. So be careful and very, very cautiously with a clear mind, fill up your DAF. Friends, we are having one of the best panels for mock interviews. Here, if you see, all three IAS officers, retired IAS officers, 1984 batch and two of us from 1987 batch. With vast experience, more than 3 decades of experience, so many, they have even been part of the interview boards also of UPSC. So they are part of our panels. Like them, we have quite a number of them from various services, IRS, customs, income tax, etc. So they will be on the mock interviews panels. So you are welcome to join us and book your seat. We'll be starting the mock interviews very, very shortly. And we will be also having one-to-one personal guidance program where I will be personally interacting with each one of you separately. So all the best. God bless you and wish you all the success. Thank you.